can start over here with a mental image thing. That's the most primary thing I want you all to take. Because I think most people got involved into trading because they wanted just to make money. So guys, welcome back to the channel, and it's my hope that you're all doing fantastic. Into today's video, it will going to be a very low one, and specifically I want just to give a advice, because most people after my podcast were asking a lot about the things that I'm kind of doing. So I thought that it's a great time just to kind of give you that briefly understanding, so that you can really understand the journey, how it has been, and if it's something that is going to be useful as well for you. Now, listen, guys. The key thing is, I think most people are lacking the clarity when it comes to trading, because they're having a little bit of misconception about the business within itself. Now, for the past 7 years, which I've been in this particular field, I've learned a lot into myself and as well into the market as well. So I wanted just to kind of give you that deeper understanding, so that by the end of this video, you have everything that is necessary for you in terms of what I was doing, in terms of what I'm doing, and what are the things that you need to focus on. Now listen, we can start over here with a mental image thing. That's the most primary thing I want you all to take, because I think most people got involved into trading because they wanted just to make money. However, it doesn't work that way, because in the financial markets we have several of them. We have the forex itself, we have the stocks, we have indices, we have a lot, right? And I think most people are just underestimating the power that all these financial markets are investment market. And just because the forex market is the most popular one, and there is a little bit of a good circulation in terms of the volume in the market itself, that kind of gives a little bit of people an overwhelming, and they feel like they can just become wealthier overnight, which is not true, because it's an investment business for me within itself. And I'll explain why. Because within the financial markets, especially forex market, you can take trades today and get out of the market today. You can take tomorrow and get it, out of the position even the next day. Just to put it simple, you can trade shorter term, intermediate, and longer term, right? But the reality is, it still remains the investment business, and it needs the investment mentality. Now, most people, because they understand that there is an opportunity to enter like intermediate and all those stuff, they're taking that for granted, and they're starting like flipping things up, taking things for granted, like trading without risk management and all those stuff. That's why they're not getting the best results that they are required. Now, for me, I would say that if you want to really stay for longer enough, then you need to make sure that you have good management in place, which means that you have a good risk management in place. The other thing that I would touch on is that most people are sold out with the dream of the systems that are using, but the reality is, regardless the system that you are using, all of these are just helping us to give us the edge within the market itself, to kind of navigate the market and see the opportunity within ourselves. However, the key thing is, don't look on a system in terms of its reward only. There are three things that I would consider. I would first consider the consistency of it. Secondly, I would consider the style or personality, and thirdly, I would consider also what we call the longevity. And I'll explain what I mean by longevity. When I say longevity, I mean that you need to understand if the system can survive through different market cycle. That's why I'm saying longevity. And when I say personality, I mean that there are other people who see patterns way more better. Like myself, I trade using the market structures and patterns. So that's how I really navigate the market. Others, they don't see it that way. They want just a black and white chart. Others use indicators, others, whatever you might want to call. But the key thing is, it should suit your personality. And lastly, what I would say is that it should have a better edge for you in terms of giving you a better opportunity to protect yourself, and then as well also to give you better rewards, right? So it only comes down to you. So regardless the system that you are using, stick with it as long as it fits your personality and it can work in different market cycle. That is more than enough. That is very good one. You can really work on that. But here is the thing: when you come into trading, don't think to make money for the first 2 to 3 years, because on average, from my research and my personality as well, it takes on average 3 years to start seeing consistent results. And I'll explain to you why. Because the first year you only need to understand like the basics about your system. Then the second year, applying the things that you have learned about your system. And then the third year is about refining. So within the third year, you start seeing some little bit of results, like some profits and then losses around break even, which is still fine, because through that you will gain more experience and you'll be developing discipline within yourself. So that is what I want you all to get from this kind of advice. And what I would say is this: if you are looking to really treat trading like a business, then you should consider having a side income that will remove all of the doubts, remove all of the pressure within yourself, so that you have a better chance of just like always taking it slowly and steady and doing it consistently. Because most people have been sold out with a lot of people out there, like the flashy lifestyle. um, they've been sold out with the monetary value, materialistic things, all those stuff. But the reality is, guys, you need first to have an income stream apart from trading, because trading won't work directly. And that is why most people are putting a lot of pressure to themselves, and they see that this is not a business that works for me, it's a scam, or this whatever you might want to call it. Now, when I speak about having a source of income separate from what trading will be providing or what will be offering you, like myself, what I did, I had to find a job, online jobs. And most of you have been asking me, like, hey, Oscar, what online job have you been doing? Online jobs, there are several of them, but one thing that I would advise you is just finding freelancer jobs, working as a freelancer. So there are several websites that you can really take advantage on. You can use the AI to know more about freelancer and all those stuff. But on my personality, I had to offer solutions regarding technology, like developing website. I was fixing different things, entering data using Excel, working on different things like voiceovers. So it was kind of just different tasks that were providing me with an edge of income that I was using for my bandwidth, for food and all that stuff, just to ensure that I'm having that more of the flow state when it comes on a consistent basis. Now, if you want now to learn more about that deeply, I'll make maybe a separate video around the topic. But you need just to have an income stream apart from trading that will deal as a backup while you are learning and developing throughout your career. And once you take it slowly and steady, you start to see the result, because slow is equal to fast, fast is equal to slow. You have to keep that in mind. One last thing I want to touch on is about spirituality. You have heard me several times speaking about spiritual life, because that's the most crucial part you need to really focus and dial in. And the reason that I'm saying that is because when your spirit is actually aligned with your goals, is when now you start attracting good things. You start having good consistent outcome. You'll be having good consistent routines and discipline level, because spirituality is more about your personality, it's more about your mindset, it's more about untangible things, and all these things comes down to you, which is just the power that you need to learn and develop to yourself. Now, within the spiritual life, I've learned that there is a power beyond our understanding and imagination, which is something that you should develop to lean on. So I think you can give it a try as well and see how it works, but that is what worked for me. And if you find this is really useful, please do let me know. I would be more than happy to hear from you. And as well, I'm kind of eager to really hear your perspective on this advice, and then we'll discuss further into the next video. Until next time, thank you for watching and God bless.